my reflection for my senior project. My name is Travis Thompson. I would like to thank all the teachers that helped me throughout my project, Ms. Cole, Ms. Pag, Mr. Collins, Ms. Rao, everybody. My research paper was the hardest part of my project because I didn't have a topic that I was interested in, and I didn't take the time to research the topic when I did have the topic. The topic I started off with was gun violence because of my best friend. But as I went into the researching the gun violence, I couldn't find anything on it, and I found that I wasn't really interested in gun violence. So I switched over to a topic under football. Recently, in this time right now, football is having a lot of problems with concussions. So I asked, what were the NFL concussion prevention strategies working to helping to reduce concussions in the NFL? And I found that I was really interested in that just because of the fact that I was playing football at the time, and all the prevention strategies that they were using trickles down into the lower levels of football. As I researched my topic, I found that I could find anything. I knew everything about that topic. I found out about CTE, which is chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is a brain disease that has symptoms of dementia and memory loss. I found that a lot of athletes, prior to this whole conflict with concussions, had CTE, and they all had that in common because they never had good knowledge on what concussions are and what they did to you. My community service was probably the thing I enjoyed the most of my senior project, just because of the fact that I got to work with the younger kids and I saw how they looked up to me. What I did for my community service is I worked with the Jaguars AAU track team, which is an athletic team, and I taught them form, I supervised them as they did their workouts, and when it came for them to compete, I was at the track meets timing them and giving them little tips, you know, how to run their race, what they should have did, what they could have did better, and what they did well. My community service, I actually did more than what I had to do, but I only gave 11 hours to the teachers, but I didn't have a problem with community service at all. My product was real easy for me because I had all the information I needed. Me and Gary were able to combine our projects together because we're doing similar topics. Because Gary got a concussion during his soccer season. Gary did a PowerPoint on concussion recovery, and I did a PowerPoint on what a concussion is. What I did for my PowerPoint was I talked about the symptoms, how the athlete got a concussion, and then I showed a short film on what exactly happens to a football player when he is hit and gets a concussion from sports science. As a whole, it went well, and I felt that the students that I showed it to got something out of the concussions, out of the whole project. I feel like they know, whether they knew like exactly everything in the PowerPoint or not, I feel like they knew how they got a concussion and how serious the concussion was. That was a great collab between me and Gary.
The process. Talk about the process. Like the whole thing.
The whole process of senior project, I feel it's pretty good for me. It's gonna help me out in the long run, but I really did dislike senior project. I really hate the whole thing. If I really was at the point to where I was thinking about transferring to Bluefield High just because they didn't have a senior project. But I know that learning how to write a research paper now in high school, where I don't have to pay any money for education, is going to benefit me in college. Because when I get to college, there isn't going to be anybody there to babysit me, telling me exactly what to do. I'm going to have to go look for all those resources on the internet, and if I can't find it, I'm going to have to pay for it. Overall, this project had its ups and downs. It was just something new to me, something I just wasn't used to. It really was kind of like a shock.
Talk about the previous seniors.
Just because of the previous seniors, like they didn't really give me a good example. They got more time than us, and they still didn't pass. So I was just like, oh man, 3 months, can't do it. But really, 3 months is really all you really need. I really have more than enough time because I procrastinated a lot through this whole project. I remember times where I spent a month, I didn't do anything. I didn't even care about the project. Up until it really hit me, like, you know, these people aren't playing. They will not let you graduate. So that's just my senior reflection. I hope that whoever watches this gets something out of it. All right.